Hello there, everybody. This is Speckblocklime here with another reaction for you all today. Now, this reaction is a little different. I'm saying it's super special, but I want to give a little more context because just ahead of time. For one, the video is not in great quality, but the reason is because it's a really early video. What I'm trying to do on some channels, I'm trying to react to like their history of like the channel. Like I'm trying to go to some of the videos that are like the earliest. I don't know the first. But I want to go reacting to all the videos that I can because some I'm pretty sure I haven't seen a lot of the older videos of certain channels, and I want to give them views. For this one though, it's more like a history thing for YouTube. This person has been around on YouTube since, I don't know if I would say the beginning, but for a long time, and pretty much, at least from what I think I've seen and read, their career has almost never been affected too badly. They've literally been one of the channels that has continued to keep making content. And I'm sure maybe things have happened, but nothing serious. And they're still around. Their channel never really disappeared. They're still making content as much as possible in varieties. I'm talking about the AVGN, or the Angry Video Game Nerd, which is a channel that I remember seeing since a long time ago, and I'm sure even if people haven't seen the channel directly, there's a chance that you've at least heard of that. Not saying everybody, but there's a chance. Used to be called the Angry Nintendo Nerd, but it's more it's the video game nerd because now those different styles of different games from different genres and platforms and all that stuff. The quality of this video is going to be kind of bad, but the only reason I'm doing that is because I want to watch it in the original format. I don't know if there is a remastered. There might be, but it's a short video, so it's not too much. I'm talking more about what is being said. It'll be kind of a little bit bad quality because it's like really old. I think it might be maybe 15 years old, the video. But I want to talk more about how, this attracted people to the channel more than the quality of the video itself. But you'll understand, at least from audio and all the other stuff, what it's about. So bear in mind, the quality of the video will look kind of bad. It's but it's still the point of what like shows what originally attracted people, and the love for all this video and content channels. And I'm pretty sure when I react to other videos of the same channel, the early stuff, it's gonna also not be in great quality. But bear in mind, it's more about the content of like what's being talked about than the actual quality of like the visuals of the video. Because in the early beginning, there was not that huge visuals in some of the videos, so bear in mind. Bear in mind. Here we go, AVGN. This is the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Here we go. Now, as you can see, obviously quality is not great, but you can get an idea who's on the video.
Game, but it is God compared to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That game is just the epitome of bad. I mean, I know you played a lot of bad games before, but no, let me tell you, that game is bad. I mean, it's like Castlevania 2. You expect it to be like, no, it's like
this is like where I found out. Like, I'm sure there was bad games, but
it's like such a disappointment.
But we didn't like know from a person like more of a normal person talking about it. Usually it was just game companies or magazines that talked about if a game was good, and usually just good parts. They never said if a game really was terrible. Because I guess they either were paid or they just didn't care enough about it. Because like maybe they didn't even care about the games at all.
After playing it, I can't believe how bad it is. No, I mean, it's bad. Like, that's where I'm coming.
This is like an interesting thing because like I'm not saying he's probably the first, but at least for a lot of people, he's like one of the earliest. Having someone talk about games, and I know he made a character and exaggerates things, and that's fine. But a lot of people get that it's a character. But I think the inspiration is it's the character that kinda.
It's fucking horrible.
kind of like inside of all of us when it comes to certain things. Like, and for this part,
It's
it's
like
gaming. Like, I'm not saying we're all like
Pong is
this
better.
exactly, but you
Pong's
can
only
see
like 3
sometimes when
lines of a
certain
ball.
things
Those little tiger like electronic wrist games,
looks,
those are
you know,
better than Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
or
It
feels.
makes no fucking sense. It's like, what were they thinking?
Oh my god,
Like, I
Pong. He said that.
seriously can't believe how bad that fucking game is. It's so bad that I'm not even going to show it to you because it's just.
And usually when he means bad, he doesn't just mean like it looks bad. It's just that he, in general, would it could look bad, but if it plays good, it could still be saved. It could look weird a game, but if it has good gameplay,
Maybe I should show you some clips
it
from
could
the
still
game.
be good.
It's going to be really hard, though.
Not saying it makes it excuses stuff, but you never know.
I just don't want to play it right now. I really don't want to play it. I don't even want to look at the fucking box that encases that piece of shit. That game's fucking bad. It's fucking horrible.
I've never played the game personally, but I've seen so much and read about it that
I'm gonna
I don't know if
shoot
I would put on a list of the worst games ever, but I would put on a list of games that you should just not even try to waste your time playing.
Here it goes.
Because you're gonna get nothing out of it.
Here it is. Here's the piece of shit game. Who the hell spent this much fucking money on this game?
And it kind of shows how games are they're so different from back then up to now. Obviously, there's still terrible games now, but because there's more quality and literally, if a game comes out that has really big issues, when fans talk about it'll either cause people to change the game, get an update, or kill the game forever. Like, where if it's so bad, there's just nothing to save it. You know,
Why do you walk
obviously
so
people
slow?
still make cheap
The
games.
staff doesn't do anything. Look at this. I'm gonna try to kill somebody. It's not gonna work.
Obviously, later on in so many
It's like
videos
they
he
give you a
does,
weapon,
the
and then it
AVGN
doesn't
get
do
better.
anything. I mean, imagine if
But
in
for
Zelda,
now, but this is still like
imagine if Link
almost like a nostalgic
couldn't
thing
use his
because it
sword.
shows like how the
And then
roots
look, then you
started, and it was
die.
like what attracted so many people to start watching the
And then you
videos.
turn into Mr. Hyde, I guess. You walk
Obviously,
around
now this would be a little
punching
not,
people and
I
throwing
wouldn't say
shit.
terrible,
And then
but
for no
it'd
reason
be
you just
strange to see
die.
stuff like this
Lightning will
and think it could
strike
pull off
real
what they did
spontaneous
during
and
that
you're
time.
dead. And then the game's over. What the fuck is that shit? Okay. You've seen the game. Now, that should satisfy all your curiosity. If you are curious enough to play it, just do yourself a favor and don't.
And always I think in
If
almost
you're like
every
a
single video
hardcore Nintendo fan, as
where
I am,
AVGN does like a
you have to have
review
every
or
single
talk
game
about
in
a
your
game
collection.
like this,
Please do yourself an
he
enormous
always
favor
says like
and just
AVGN
stay
always says
the
like
fuck away from this awful
that
piece
if
of
you
shit.
want to go try it, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm giving you a fair warning ahead of time. Like, it's just
don't
not
even
great.
buy it like used for like a penny or whatever. I mean, that shiny gold copper will be worth a fortune someday compared to this awful pile of steaming goat shit. I mean, don't even download it. Like, no matter how curious you are, just do yourself a favor, never play it, because you will be wishing for the rest of your life that you could invent a time machine.
Obviously,
Go
his
back
character
to the day you
changes
played
slightly
that
from
game and
this.
just
Where
fucking
in this
kill
one, I think
yourself.
he's a little more
I mean, if you ever
like
find the game, if you ever
he
see
says
it,
he's playing his
smash
character,
it,
but
smash it with the hammer.
he's being more like a
Smash it
serious
till
version
every
of it,
tiny fragment is like
where he's not just joking
is so
around. He's like
small it's invisible.
not saying he's thinking. He's trying to play his
I
character
mean,
like kind of like a weird serious
You'd rather
reviewer.
super glue your asshole shut than play that game. You'd rather drown
Obviously, in
in
future
gasoline.
videos
You'd
we'll
rather,
react to,
you know,
they'll look different, but
the thing is,
like the way that they're acted. I think it's only this one and maybe
I think
one
I'm
or two
joking,
others
like I'm trying to be
that the
funny or
AVGN's like this.
something. No,
Obviously,
actually,
later
that
on,
game exists as
their
a
acting
horrible
changes, but you
abomination
know.
of mankind. That game is so fucking horrible, and I am not kidding. I am dead fucking serious. Dead fucking serious.
So yeah, that's part of like one of the videos of the past. Like it's something that, you know, a lot of people enjoy. Me personally being one of them. And I've gone, even though it's one of the, I'm not saying it's the oldest, but it's one of the oldest videos. I still enjoy it, and I just want to react to it and, you know, say it's more about me talking about it than me like reacting kind of partially. So like I will say, like if you're a little annoyed that I might have talked a little more longer over it than I did, it's because it's more about where it leads up to than the video too much. I mean, you can see some of the quality and some of the things, and I'm sure some people will be like, "Oh, that's boring." And like, I get it though, but I still wanted to do it because it's just part of history, of my history, and a lot of people's histories. Yeah, it's like just an interesting video, and it kind of showed, you know, what really did start attracting people. Obviously, later on, when the things change, it'll show really what attracts people more, but it just shows kind of a start. And then, you know, showing, you know, the future of the content and how some of it would go. So anyway, check out AVGN. Obviously, they have a whole bunch of content. Check out as much of it as possible. Give it as much views. You know, this person deserves as so they can continue to keep working and doing all the things they do that are incredible. Check out all the other videos. This is Speckblocklime. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so you can get notified about future videos. Hopefully you guys have a good day and take care.